Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the first ever Q&A video that we're actually publishing. And then also to the first ever Q&A in the brand new office space. Yay! You suck.
What?
I wanted a high five and you decided to high five yourself multiple times.
With jazz hands.
Was that jazz hands or were you clapping yourself?
Jazz hands.
Okay, so we've got plenty of questions. We put this in a, oh my gosh. I just like to stretch, all right? I'm not trying to embrace you.
You're not?
Wait, first question, do you want an embrace?
No!
So, first question, after we publish this on our YouTube stories as well as on Twitter, and if you guys want to be considered for the next one, just make sure to follow us on social media at UFDisciple, at Reece the First, and at Rikus Strauss 16?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, so first one up. Are you considered about being censored? I'm pretty sure that they're asking, are we concerned about being censored?
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, it would. To some extent, yes and no.
Yeah, it's a medium.
Yeah, for the most part, it doesn't seem like this law is really supposed to be affecting us. It's just that it has the potential to ruin us. And for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, we did a video talking about the new FPB bill amendment that just got passed in the parliament. You can check that out up there. We're concerned to the extent that the power could be severely abused. Yeah. Whether or not there's been indication of that, not really. So we'll let you know in a new video if anything changes.
Somewhere down the line.
So the most upvoted question that we received is one that people have been asking for ages now.
So long.
For so long. Never been addressed in an actual video intentionally before. And that is, why did you move to South Africa? And as well as several other questions of, why did y'all move to South Africa? Because I think some people assume since I'm American, you guys are American as well. This dude's Afrikaans.
Technically.
And you're English South African.
Yeah. No.
We don't like the English as Americans. I will take your tea and throw it into the harbor, good sir. So for those of you who aren't aware of the backstory, my wife and I moved here with our 2 kids in 2015. We came here to work with a local church to just kind of help them with all of the stuff that goes on in the day-to-day activities of a church. For those of you who don't know, I graduated from the University of Florida, then I actually graduated from a Bible school after that and have some theology training. But I started YouTube as a hobby while I was here in South Africa, just because I've always loved tech, and eventually it took off to the point where this is kind of my priority and my wife's priority is the church work. So that's why we're here, working with a local church, and LifeChild, the organization that we raise funds for every year during the charity stream, is part of that, helping orphan and vulnerable children in Southern Africa. And I'm sure a lot of you are hearing that I work at a church and you're, making connections and drawing conclusions, but ultimately we really believe that you can't be a follower of Jesus and not help the most disadvantaged people, and that's what LifeChild really aims to do. How do you guys feel about that?
What, the church work? Churches?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I kind of keep it separate. Like the whole point of the channel is that like it's a tech channel, not a Brett Jesus channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you bring it up, and obviously there are times when we've met people from church, but it really never actually comes into the work environment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a great question. Congrats on the success. When's the next Zebra video?
Good question. CES next year, probably.
I don't think we have to wait that long.
We've only done zebra videos with CES.
That's true. Do we want to keep it isolated like that?
Yeah.
Well,
Make
that's
it
kind of
it's a special thing.
Yeah.
Okay. CES is it's our Africa CES coverage.
Unless I'm listening.
We do some kind of video that involves zebras.
Building a computer in a zebra. On a zebra. Wait.
How do you build it in a zebra?
Well, so like there's like some stores at the mall that are like Africa stores and they have like zebra rugs. We could use that.
Just like cover you in a rug and see how you build a PC?
No, I was thinking about wrapping the PC in the rug. Like an actual zebra. We didn't kill it, we just bought it.
Well, couldn't you just like get zebra wrapping for a PC then?
But it's not the same as a legit zebra. That's the whole point, is that we can go literally up on that mountain right there and just attack some zebra. I mean, film some zebra.
I probably wouldn't attack it.
I wouldn't, no. They would kick, they get violent.
They're scary sometimes. At the end of the day, they're still wild animals and they come close to you and you're just like...
I'm not going to attack a zebra.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
Maybe not.
Anyways, are we planning on doing any more outdoor hot newses?
I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I really like it indoors right now. Like we open the window. Then
I feel the fact that we can actually see the outdoors now, it kind of like
Yeah.
It
it's a good
yeah,
bridge. It's a
and
good
there's a
bridge.
tree
It's
now.
balance.
You guys won't see it in most hot newses, but we have a hibiscus tree, and I love it. All right, and then this next one says, I'm also from South Africa. What are your biggest restraints for this type of channel living here? Well, one, the FPV bill that just passed.
Awesome.
Then two,
Getting stuff.
yeah, I mean,
To a degree.
It depends on the type of content that we really are trying to do. Like when it came to the Shroud build, that took a ton of importing.
Yeah.
But for the next streamer build that we're planning on doing, requires no importing. It's all locally available.
Yeah, well, it depends on the kind of products that we're trying to get hold of.
Yeah. So I mean, for tech, product availability is definitely an issue. And then also working with local companies besides Wootware, they all suck. I really despise most. Like, I'm going to say that because I've already burnt those bridges. Because one, they only have one product that they expect you to do everything with in like a 2-week time frame, because that's how much they give written media. And there seems to be no caveat for the fact that like video production is not writing. And then also, yeah, the ability to get products. But for the most part, I mean, we've
We've always found a way around it.
yeah, we've used the constraints to find content that works for us. And really, like, trying to get to certain trade shows like CES is nearly impossible from here. So that's why we do the remote coverage with Zebras, because it's at least a South African flair on something that everybody else is already doing. And then internet for some people, but we've always tried to make sure that we live in a major city that has, with complexes that have internet.
Yeah.
So fiber internet, yeah.
All the way.
Next question, do you think cryptocurrency/Bitcoin is going to ruin and take over computer gaming?
No.
No, that was last year. I think it's good. Bitcoin.
It was always going to have an influence on it. It was never going to ruin it.
Yeah, I think the mining hype and craze is probably mostly done. We might see another rally or two, but I doubt we're going to ever go back to the days of graphics cards costing like double the price of what they should be.
Yeah, I feel like we're in the clear for the most
Yeah,
part.
I think
Unless
Nvidia's
you're
just
Nvidia,
gonna,
yeah.
they're just gonna do that naturally for us. So they're like, oh, people will pay $1,200 for a 1080 Ti because of mining. Let's make them pay that for a 2080 Ti. Do your editors prefer working for you or Linus?
What?
I don't have experience working for Linus. So
Do you want to?
I think it could be interesting.
Do you really want to move to Canada?
I wouldn't mind.
I hate you.
Yeah, we're not as opposed to Canada as he is.
You've never felt the
South Africans
chilling
and Canadians
embrace
generally
of
have
the
a good-
cold and frozen north.
We actually have a decent relationship with Canadians.
I'm sure you
I
do.
actually have a Canadian friend.
I'm glad you're so diverse. Have you met or interacted with Linus Tech Tips or Austin Evans or Jay's 2 Cents or anything like that? Yes. So, did you guys meet Linus last year?
Yeah,
Well, I saw Linus
You
when
stood
were
off to
taking
the
a photo,
side.
Yeah.
So I got to meet him at Computex last year. I shook his hand. He was very friendly, very lovely. I really respect that man. And then Jay's 2 Cents, the year before of Computex, it was his first Computex, and he was like looking around for stuff, and I gave him directions.
Like we ran into Austin and Jay last year.
I didn't run into Austin.
No, we saw Austin
No,
there.
yeah.
He was
saw
at the Asus booth busy
Oh,
filming.
for the phone, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't, Jay probably definitely doesn't remember me, especially since we only had like 13,000 subscribers at the time.
Dang.
What now, Jay?
He's like 10 times our size still? Like, why would he ever pay?
So-
Oh my gosh.
Notice me, senpai.
I have a question. How do you guys survive in South Africa with a YouTube channel? Is this only part-time? We survive because AdSense pays better than you think.
Yeah.
And also, we hired a marketing manager recently who actually is selling ads on our videos, and that pays better than you think.
That's not that recent anymore.
Yeah. I mean, none of us are millionaires. None of us are making huge bank, and all of the money that I've ever made from the business, I've really always tried to put back into it. So, like, my desire was always to build a team and to build, like, a production house.
Yeah, like a company.
Yeah, like, I've never had a desire to make myself rich off of this, although that'd be nice. As long as I can afford my Tesla, I'll be fine. But for the most part, yeah, like, I think we calculated at one time, you only need, if you're doing everything right with YouTube, you only need about 300,000 to 500,000 views a month to make a full-time salary in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
because
a
the cost
decent-
of living here isn't that
Yeah,
expensive.
like 300,000 views should probably get you to about 8,000 to 9,000 rand a month, which for a single adult, if you cut your expenses, should be fine.
Yeah.
And then 500,000 views, that would put you closer to 14 or 15,000 rand a month, and that's like most people are comfortable on that if they're a single adult.
Yeah.
And you have to remember the exchange rate does help quite significant.
Well, because I'm an American.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure South Africans get paid South African rent. I don't know. I've never actually worked with a South African channel about how much they make.
That's dollars as far as I know.
Like it's just converted.
Yeah.
Because it's based on where your audience is located, not where you're located. You just get paid out in your local currency.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's honestly not that bad. The issue is just making sure that you make videos that people want to watch.
Yeah.
That seems to be the hardest thing about being a YouTuber in South Africa, is that not everybody grabs that concept.
Well, no, it is like people try to make content that other people have already made, and like they're generally going into markets that have already been overdone,
Okay.
like in American markets or European markets, and it's just like, why?
Everyone's copying the American YouTubers, basically.
And like I feel something that a lot of people locally make the mistake of is they try to target local audiences.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, we've got a total population in South Africa of about 55 million people. So not that many people. And then you're trying to
56.
target them. 56, I'm not far.
Okay.
Very limited people. And then of those people, because we're about 5 years behind when it comes to technology at least.
Sometimes I feel more.
Yes. But just like, so people don't necessarily grasp the concept of, okay, you can subscribe to someone on YouTube, and like that culture hasn't really evolved here at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Local only has a certain way to grow.
If you're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're trying to make valuable content, then I don't think it matters. Like if you're trying to just provide value to the Afrikaans community or the Zulu community or any of the local populaces, then it's fine. But if you're trying to make a living, you have to appeal to everybody.
Oh yeah. And that just doesn't, most people don't get that.
Yeah. How do you hook up a dual or even triple monitor setup for streaming? Make sure your graphics card has more than one display output,
And then a lot of power.
and then hook them up. It's just as simple as setting up the first one, and then usually Windows does the rest of the work for you.
Yeah.
It's
you,
not.
You can rearrange them.
Yeah, like you go to display properties, right click on it, and then it's actually really simple. You just have to have the second monitor and a graphics card that can support it.
Yeah.
Which if you're streaming, you should already have that. Next question: how do you join the team? Well, one, you have skills that are relevant to content production, and then two, you send me an email at ufdisciplemedia@gmail.com, which is the YouTube channel email.
Or you hit him up on Twitter.
Yeah, that's how he did it. Or you have a friend who knows me and sends me a WhatsApp. That works too. Any of those methods are totally fine. Have skills, contact. That's the way it works.
More or less, yeah.
Who's your inspiration for starting a tech YouTube channel? I guess it's definitely Linus. Yes. Primarily, actually, my biggest inspiration was the fact that everybody was receiving those LG 65-inch OLED monitors, TVs back in the days.
Like you were just like,
every tech YouTuber I was watching had one, and I was like, I want that. Let me try. And then I tried, and look, here we are. I mean, we've come a lot further than I ever thought that we actually could. But nowhere near LG giving us a monitor or a TV for free.
So LG,
if
you're listening,
They never respond to my emails.
dang it.
Especially the local ones.
All right, so here's where we need you guys to write.
Right? Do you plan on doing any more used market type of videos? Pretty neat seeing the cool build you can do going used, and also seeing how different parts or the same used PC parts are different in parts of the world. Yeah, we just have to have a good concept for it. They don't perform great. So it's not like we really can do them all the time.
It's a very selected market.
Yeah,
so
like the $300 build did pretty decent, but then the $200 build absolutely tanked, which probably could be because I screwed it up.
In the time frame of 2 weeks as well, but whatever.
No, we didn't. It was 3 weeks. Anyways, not the point. We just have to find the right way to do it. That's the same thing with all content.
It needs to be sustainable.
Yeah, are you guys gonna watch or not? Because honestly, everybody who's watching our videos kind of dictates where our videos actually go. So,
yeah.
Would you rather have RAM sticks for fingers or graphics card for feet?
Graphics card for feet.
Why?
Because I use my fingers a lot more, and I feel like replacing your feet with graphics cards is a lot more of the same kind of vibe.
Okay.
So like big flat structure kind of keeps me upright. These need to be able to bend and hold on to things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
The whole like RAM for fingers, it seems intimidating at first,
Okay.
but I feel like I would go with the feet.
Okay. Okay, I have a couple of caveats that I really need to figure out for this. One, do they have nerve endings? Because if they don't have nerve endings, then I'm going for RAM sticks for fingers because I can snap them off at certain places right? But I also
Use them as weapons.
yes, no, like to give them joints to some extent.
yeah.
But then also like I already have very poorly dexterous hands. Like
That's true.
I'm more of sausage fingers as it is.
So it won't be much
It's
different.
just like I just need some
Slight
gripping power.
pinching.
Yeah. And I'll just learn to type by like hitting with the tips.
I'm gonna type with
I
your
would-
toes because you didn't replace.
I'll
your
let you
toes.
have that one.
I could type? Yes, I could. I could be the world's fastest toe typer. Would you recommend a Ryzen 7 1700 with the 2080 for 4K gaming? Yeah, that should be alright.
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend that you go out and buy it, especially since the 1700 is generation old at this point. But if you already have a 1700 and you want to buy a 2080, that should be fine for 4K.
Yeah.
You'll be alright. UFD store can ship to Cambodia. I think you're talking about UFD deals because we don't have a store, or if you are talking about Wootware potentially.
Maybe they're also talking about
The merch?
It's possible, could be merch. So let me answer those in each fashion that it was brought up. For UFD deals, no, because we don't sell anything on that. It's just an affiliate link site. For Wootware, they only sell locally to South Africa. However, there is the option that you could send your own courier to fetch it, and then like they could deliver it to you. And then merch store, I think it's possible that they could do for international. It's just super expensive, and I've had a couple people mention to me that like as far as international delivery, it really sucks. General answer is no. Do you project a universal drop in CPUs or GPUs over the next few years?
I'm guessing that's price.
Oh, I was thinking he's talking about Linus getting his hands on things.
Uh,
Is Linus going to be the universal
well,
world
like
ruler?
you can just as well get your hands on things. That's just as dangerous.
Yeah, but we can't meme it the same way. He's the drop master. I can't be that.
So while you sleep at night, he just comes into your house and
It
drops
drops.
things.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he is the size of an elf to do that.
Uh,
Probably not. I would expect that we're kind of dead with regards to Moore's law, and so the better performance for the same price kind of going to go bye-bye. I think we really are going to have to start paying for the innovation that we're
Yeah.
receiving, as opposed to having price dropping. So,
RAM might drop though. RAM might keep going down a little.
well,
bit.
that's because it was artificially high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not.
But it might keep coming.
Yeah,
down
I don't see Intel really dropping their prices. AMD, I don't see them dropping their prices. I think they might give us more for the same money,
Yeah.
but I don't think prices are coming down.
Sorry, fam.
Yeah. What challenges do you guys as creatures think you have in South Africa that other creatures don't have, let's say in the US? I'm pretty sure he means creators.
Probably.
Probably.
Creatures is a pretty interesting way of putting it though.
I
Yeah.
do like that.
I wouldn't be opposed to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so any unique challenges we have in SA versus US?
I think the big one is just accessibility.
Yeah, the availability of parts for a tech channel
Yeah.
specifically.
And there's a couple of other things. Like for YouTube, it's great because Google has local servers because
Yeah.
we can just upload to that. But if we want to stream on Twitch,
Oh,
like,
that's a nightmare.
our bitrate's not that great. There's no local ingest server. We have to use a local relay, which sometimes goes down. So,
There are challenges associated
Yeah.
with being in South
or
Africa.
like with video games, just not having local gaming servers.
Oh wow.
Or when we do, not having the populace to fill them up to actually
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
So we either don't play at all because there's no servers, like, or the local servers are dead,
Yeah,
or we play with like 200 ping.
right. And everybody complains until we get local servers, which
And then
we
no one
then we
plays
get,
on
and then
again,
we
and
die.
then it just
Yeah.
it's
It's
bad.
a vicious
It's a
cycle.
vicious cycle.
It's a fun cycle. I love seeing it on Twitter. I love seeing the petitions come up. It's amazing.
All of the drama.
When's Hanu getting that collab? Well, so Hanu from We Do Tech, we don't have any plans for a collab video at this point, but we are launching a brand new podcast, UFD Tech, called Random Access, and he was our first guest for the interview. So you guys can wait for that. So yeah, We Do Tech first up, but then he also found out that like we're not that far from him, like 15, 20-minute drive. So the possibility for more collabs in the future is definitely there. Why did you shave your beard? You're definitely not talking to me, because everybody who saw me with a beard knows why I shaved it. I think it's probably either for Reece or Rikus.
Yeah, no, the.
I don't think you've never really gotten much longer than that.
Well, I had a pretty long beard like middle of last year.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Why'd you shave your beard?
I don't know. It was just annoying when it was like down there.
Because it would like scratch your shirt.
Pretty
Mine,
much.
Yeah.
Just it was annoying.
It's not because food was getting in your hair.
No,
Or hair was getting in your food.
that's where you keep the like leftovers.
Okay.
for later.
Snackage, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Mine's just mainly been like for acting stuff. So yeah.
You guys moved. No more South Africa? Nah, we just moved down the street.
Yeah.
We just moved into a bigger space. We're still in South Africa, so don't worry about that.
We're still local, bro.
I'm fairly local.
I've been around.
And that's the end of the Q&A. No more questions. Thank you everybody who submitted. Thank you everybody who wanted to know about us. If you want us to do another Q&A. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Leave your questions down there if you so desire. Let us know if you want anything more specifically to do with this guy or anybody else on the UFD tech team. And I think that's it. You guys have anything else to say?
I'm just enjoying the new space. Keen to see where it goes.
Yeah. Hopefully space doesn't go anywhere.
Not what I meant, but yes, I agree.
Anyways, I'm Brett with the UFD Tech Channel. Reece, Rikus. We'll see y'all in the next video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.